Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is a digital asset space. Good evening. Happy Thursday. I think it's still Thursday. It's Thursday night, late night stream. Yeah, I had to get one in tonight. I had to get another one in tonight. Yeah, what is all the fuss about? What's going on? There's in-house fighting in the XRP community. What is going on? Travesty is all I can say. Travesty. In-house fighting. It's not just bickering. There's in-house fighting in the XRP community. Well, what? I'm trying to understand it all. It doesn't make sense to me, but I'm just a dude from the inner city. It doesn't make sense to me. All this tax talk. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Is it Keyston? Is it Keyston or Keston? Keyston, I don't understand it, my dude. I don't understand. What's going on, J. Corn? The good old boy network has got trouble again. Once again, there's trouble amongst the good old boy network. Unbelievable. What is going on? I don't know. Crazy stuff. I mean, we got this whole world of DeFi going on, and there's talk about taxes. Taxes. We're talking about taxes. And this brand new this new asset class that is once in a 3 or 5 time lifetime opportunity, once in a gazillion lifetime opportunity. Keyless, we are talking about taxes. we got the boys from Flare Network staying up late at night, readjusting a plan that they have taken years rather. They have taken years to put together. And because the good old boy network has some challenges, they done wrote another plan with options. Oh, it's sad. That's sad. That is sad. I feel like there's a certain segment of the world that's laughing at the USA. Like, I really do, Keyless. I feel like there's a certain segment of the world that just laughs and shakes their head in disbelief about the good old US of A. I really do believe that. Ooh, Kevin Cage actually did a late night video as well. Now, I only got to watch like a minute and a half, if that. So I don't know what he got into, what he said and what he commented on. I did catch Mickey B. Fresh and Patty B. XRP take on it. I did watch the interview. What's his name? Clinton Donnelly did. I did listen to that. And there's such a fine line between wanting to provide value to the community and taking advantage of the community. There's such a fine line there. It really, really is. And ultimately, who's to say what one's intentions are? It's hard to say what one's intentions are, right? I think, when you turn on your camera and microphone, there's a certain responsibility to the community, right? Especially when you want to give yourself a title like influencer, right? There's a certain responsibility to the community, that should supersede your own personal financial interest, your own personal financial interest. And unfortunately, there are too many content creators, especially in the XRP community, who put their own personal finances ahead of the community which they're supposedly serving. Unfortunately, that goes on. It's a travesty. It's a travesty. It really, really is. And so I don't understand. You know, there's option 1 and option 2. Have you guys gone over the option 1 and option 2? I don't have to go over it. Like I watched Mickey B. Fresh, Patty B. XRP. I listened to them go over it. I'm in the JC Collins camp. Did you see JC Collins tweet? I'm in that camp. Like, can we have one of the options be like, yeah, let's just stick with the original plan and let everyone who claims to be an adult deal with their own personal tax implications? Like, I got a question for, people, and it's probably for most of the option 2 people, but I'm not going to limit it to those. I'm not going to limit it to those but it's probably more geared towards the option 2s. What's going on, South Texas, Celsius? What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Kayla is in the building. Kayla said exactly. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. And again, and I'll say this again, I got a sneaking suspicion that people outside of the USA that are looking in onto and into the USA are just shaking their head in this freaking belief. Like, spoiled Americans, ungrateful Americans. I have a sneaking suspicion that that's what's going on. But in any case, again, if I said this once, I said it 1,000 times. Why are you trying to put your lack of preparation, and trying to thrust that upon everyone else and trying to make an entity, an organization, a company that did something for you, the XRP community, and you're complaining about it? I don't understand that. Like, I really don't understand that. What's going on, Crypto Kahuna? Again, I'm going to ask this question, and you could be honest. You cannot be honest. It's on you. You're the one who have to live with it, right? I'm going to ask you a question. If you played the lottery, right? If you played the lottery and you won $100,000 in the lottery, would you not accept that money because of tax implications? Now, I could have said $1 million. I could have said 10 million. I could have said 50 million. I could have said hundreds of million, but I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to put that kind of pressure on you. I'm just going to say it's $100,000. It's not a lot of money. Not a lot of money. I honestly ask you, would you not accept that money because of the tax implications? Would you not accept that money because of the taxes? If you went to the freaking your favorite casino, and you won at the slots $100,000. If you won in I don't know what's that poker game, the poker game, I forget what it's called. You won one of those poker game things, and the pot was $100,000. Would you not accept that money because of tax implications? I'm just curious. Dan Rob 91 says, of course not. I appreciate your honesty, my friend. Who else is willing to be honest with themselves? Would you not take that money because of tax implications? Would you call a tax expert? Would you call your local tax expert and say, "Oh my God, I just won $100,000 and taxes." I mean, I don't know. Should I? What does the law say? What does the IRS say about winning the lottery in taxes? Would you not take that because of taxes? Just curious. If you were at your favorite casino and you hit the slots jackpot and it was $100,000, would you say, yeah, that's too much taxes right there? Whoa, no, that's too. I mean, the taxes. Are you kidding? No, whoa, what? Not going to participate. The Spark token airdrop is the lottery. The Spark token airdrop is the lottery for XRP holders. And because of some people led by some content creators have a concern because their brain is still stuck in buy and hold and taxes. It's still stuck in 401ks. They can't seem to expand their capacity to think that we are in a different time, in a different space. Who hasn't taken the time to prepare themselves with a tax attorney and an accountant. Is going to get in Twitter and Telegram and complain about the tax implication of a lottery. I don't understand it. Mickey B. Fresh seemed to be a little upset. Now, he's kind of going off the blog that Clinton Donnelly wrote. I don't know if he saw the interview. I feel like he did, but I don't know that he did. And sure, there were errors in the blog. It's hard to question someone's intention. It's hard to question it, right? It's hard to judge what the intentions are. But I do know this, and I mean this sincerely. I know of tax attorneys and or accountants and or lawyers who have opened the door and walked into the crypto community for cash flow. For cash flow. That could be a good thing or not. The crypto community is a new community for cash flow, for professionals, in the marketplace. That I know. That I know. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it is a thing. But it is a thing, you know. Buy like $100 worth of Bitcoin to relate to the new market share that they're about to enter. That I know. What's going on, Crypto Kahuna? Yeah, exactly. Then you find out people paid nada. That's a great point, Dan Rob. It really, really is. That's a great point, Dan Rob. Great point, bro. Great point. Crypto Siege. Folks are just tired of the entire XRP thing. It's been a long time since the last wind moon. People are tired, a little frustrated, right? Then Flair seems to be taking over. Then Yellen is like, we're going to tax you at 80%. What in the wide world? 80% are tired, Siege, 100%. Then you find out that BZ, is that Bezos you're talking about? Paid nada. Yep. Yep. That's a good point, Dan Rob, right? And why is that? I would ask you to ask yourself, how is it that people are going around billionaires and they're not paying taxes? 80% of them, I'm going to say, because I can't say for sure it's 100%, are not breaking the law. Not breaking the law. They are just aware of the law. Right? If you're prepared, right? We talk about this on Generational Wealth Wednesdays all the time. If you're prepared for taxes, they don't scare you. They only scare you when you're unprepared for them. I think the biggest thing that I personally feel a lot of people are missing is that the airdrop, the 15% and the future things, you know, that is to promote a level of utility. Like, I think a lot of people forget. What's going on, Devon Steve? Good morning to you, bro. 5 a.m. I appreciate you checking in. A lot of people forget that within this ecosystem that Flare Networks put together, it is a mechanism for incentivizing utility, rewarding utility at the what is it? Rewarding utility, and at the demise of get something for free and hold it. Get something for free and sell it. It's about promoting utility. These dudes spent years and brought a smart contract and or an avenue for DeFi to the XRP ledger. Hadn't been thought about, brought about, talked about. And there are complaints about taxes. There's just something. There's something so I don't even know what the words to put to that. man, you're a few $100 away. It's a few $100 away from the answers. You're a few hundred to a couple $1,000 away from preparation. What's going on, Kev? Good to see you, bro. What's going on? Appreciate you being here. That's what it is. That's all this is. It's a few $100, maybe a couple K, maybe, from being prepared. Like you're a side hustle away, a cash flow business away from 90% of it. Like, come on. Like, really, a side hustle away, a cash flow business away from not worrying about 85 to 90% of it. I mean, we could talk option 1 and option 2 if you want. Option 1 is just about like the original with a sort of with an added 5 month time period in there. But Mickey Be Fresh, listen to Mickey Be Fresh. He sounded very frustrated, very irritated. I think ultimately Keyless, Paul Bogo, Morris Prince, Devon Steve, I think ultimately people are just missing the bigger picture. It's challenging to have vision. It's challenging to see the bigger picture. But the definition of vision is seeing it before the masses see it. You have to see the bigger picture with Flare networks. I don't understand why you're not thinking Uniswap, but bigger. I don't understand why people aren't thinking Yearn Finance, but bigger. I don't understand why people aren't thinking Arbitrum, but bigger. Optimism, but bigger. I don't understand. Like, again, this is not 2017. This is a different thing. DeFi wasn't, I don't even know if it was thought about. This is a different thing that we're talking about here. This has a chance for substantial cash flow. Yeah, the thunder sounding. Our rewards dropped today, big time. Dropped big time. I did a stream earlier today. I'm like, I got to get my stables off of here. But you're right about that. Omar Rose, how are you? Good to see you. Shiba Swap. Yeah, Shiba Swap's in the making. Antonio Espinoza, how are you, my friend? Do we just wait for Flare tokens if we got the screenshot in December on Coinbase? I don't know what Coinbase is doing, but yes, I believe that's correct. Yeah, in the latest live stream, Keyless. And I started off this stream with, there's some infighting going on in the XRP community. Not some bickering, some infighting. Some infighting. Very, very interesting to see that. Very, very interesting. But I think, what's so hugely important is it's just not a USA thing. The Flare Networks is a global thing. It's a global thing. And we as Americans should not be putting our thing on the rest of the world. The rest of the world got their own thing. And not trying to put it on us. Taxes is a personal thing. It's a personal thing that you can take care of. It's a personal thing. I could get it if it wasn't a solution. I could understand if there were no solutions to tax challenges. I could understand it if there were no solutions, but there's solutions. I don't get the discussion. Like, taxes is so 19 freaking 80s. It's unbelievable. Like, that is so 1980s. What do you mean? Like, I don't understand that. What do you mean taxes? You know, we did Generational Wealth Wednesdays. I don't know, must have been 10 weeks in a row. Must have been 10 weeks in a row, and we covered. You know, if you would just merely get a cash flow business, a side hustle with over I believe it was 300. I believe it's 300. 300 tax write-offs. 300. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I really do. Thanks, Kev. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate you supporting the channel, my friend. I appreciate the super sticker. That is, like, I don't understand. I'm trying again. The Thunder Sound says 100% agree. I just like, you know, so worried about taxes, bringing in Clinton Donnelly, and for what? For what? Don't you have a team around you? In a once in 3 lifetime opportunity, you don't have a team around you? You could get a team around you for $30 a month. For $30 a month, Kev, you could get a team around you. Ask questions, get your questions answered, get advice, consultation. Recommendation, referrals. I don't understand it. It's available, right? I could get it if this was Bangladesh. This isn't Bangladesh. You have access to whatever you need access to here. You can't pick up the phone. You can't dial a friend and ask for a referral for a good tax attorney. The tax attorney doesn't need to know about crypto. The tax attorney needs to know how to protect you and your assets. Right? My mentor said, it's not the blowing of the wind that determines your destination. It is the set of the sail. Because the same wind blows on us all. The wind of despair and heartache. The wind of bad governments. The winds of taxation. The same wind blows on us all, but it is not the blowing of the wind that determines your destination. It is the set of the sail. That's why you have a team around you to help you set a better sail. It's available. It's available. I mean, goodness, you can just Google. You could just talk to Google, tax attorney near me. That's a good start. Tell me about the Roth IRA. Tell me about an LLC. Tell me how to protect my assets. Then you can call another one. And that's something you could make another phone call and get a second opinion. Isn't that something? This is not mainland China. Like, I don't understand. Now it's created some infighting. There's some infighting going on in the XRP community. That dude, Mickey B. Fresh, did not sound happy. He did not sound happy. This dude takes his time, energy, and resources to educate us on the, I don't want to say on the inside, but communicates with the Flare Networks team on a regular. So here's my option. My option is option number 3, the original plan. That's my option. I'm with JC Collins. Let me see if I can find that tweet. What say you? Yeah, hey, listen, this is family here. You don't have to agree with me. We're still going to be good. We're still going to be family if you don't agree. If you like option 2 or 1, it's all good. See if I can't find that. Let's see if I can't find that. I think JC Collins tweeted it out. Internet. There it is right here. JC Collins says, like and retweet the below. Okay. We need to show Flare Networks there are many who would prefer the original Spark distribution plan. I'm one of those. At least give us the opportunity to vote on keeping it. We should each deal with any tax implications ourselves. This should not be Flare's responsibility. He tweeted out here. Can you have a third option to vote where we keep the original distribution plan? Give us the opportunity to vote on all 3. Tax laws would be different all over the world. Not just the US. This is balanced. Oh, that would be cool. That's kind of where I stand. What say you, family? What say you, family? What's going on, Mark Splice? Good to see you. Legendary. There it is right there. Why the heck is Flare Network worried about my taxes? Exactly. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. There's something about me that want to say option 1 so that people could just opt the heck out. So and keep and keep their tax implications to themselves. But my fear is in going to the original, Now it gives people to constantly keep complaining about the free stuff that they got and keep complaining about it. Paul Bogle says, I'm with you, brother. Like, I don't understand it, legendary Paul Bogle. I don't understand why Flare Networks is staying up late at night, coming up with option 1 and option 2. Because the good old boy network is concerned about taxes. Like, I don't understand that. We're talking about taxes. Oh my goodness. Morris Prince has an option. And you should probably submit this as an option as well. Flynn needs to hook up with PolySign, create the individual time lock smart contract escrow wallet for those that wish to participate. Hit us with the whole amount up front and then do 3% each month. Whole amount up front. Which whole amount? Are you talking the 15%? It's thanks for commenting, my Morris Prince. Who asked me that question? It's in flare.xyz. They came up with this option 1, and there it is, Dan Robb. They came up with this option 1 and option 2 because of some people saying some stuff. Is it their latest thing? Is it their latest thing? English. Wait a minute. Why would they be Japanese? No. This doesn't seem like this is the new one. This doesn't feel like this is the new one about the option 1 and option 2. Anybody have that option 1 and option 2 thing? Anybody have that link? But that's what they're all is all about. Dan Robb. That's what it's all about, and it's about the taxes. So it's about people's concern over taxes. Right. That's the challenge. No one knows, Dan Robb, what the amount of spark is going to be. Like, no one knows. Like, literally no one knows. No one knows what it's going to be when it's released, the day after, 5 months after. No one knows. And I feel like the distribution thing is something like that. Really? Dan Robb, really? Interesting. That's interesting. Dan Robb. Yeah. It could very well be. It could be something more than just the community. Could be maybe the SEC. Sounds like the SEC is protecting the investor, is getting to some. Yeah, it's right. So it could be that. I just, if it's something other than the community, that's another thing. But if it's the community and this whole tax thing, that's a different thing. Kind of like your plan there, Morris Prince. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right in that they could have just left without question. I don't know if it's easy to leave and like it's easy for all those involved, but absolutely. And I think that the bigger picture is bigger than just Ripple. I think that Ripple took on the bigger fight for the digital asset space, because if they can come after Ripple and the company and XRP, they can come up a lot of the other communities as well. And somewhere at some time, at some point, someone's got to call out the overreach of United States regulators, FTC, SEC, and the likes. And it's been going on for decades. It's not just the SEC. For decades. And this overreach and this abuse of power has been going on for decades, and someone's got to call it out. Someone's got to call it out. And I just think that's one of the bigger fights. Ripple's got a lot of money to pivot and do some stuff. But if the overreach doesn't stop, it's not going to stop. Starts at home, indeed. Kev Cleveland. Design 85 says there's not going to be a tax. So that's my concern, again, because we don't know. We don't know. And I said what I said in the beginning. We got to be really, really careful, because when you turn the mic on, you turn that camera on, it's just a responsibility. Some could care less about the responsibility of being a content creator. They're only interested in the sub count and the sub count only. But if you're going to turn the mic on and turn the cameras on, don't be that dude. Don't be that dude who doesn't read the comments or take a second to acknowledge someone that gave up their valuable thing, the most valuable thing they got, which is their time. And to not even get an acknowledgement for that, it's really, really sad. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Indeed. You're right. I'm right about that, Dan Rob. And that's one of, again, I'll say this, and I just got the sneaking suspicion that people outside of the good old US of A are just shaking their heads. LMFAO at the good old US of A. It's something. Because, we're talking about taxes. It's a crazy thing. Borrow against it, right? I mean, it's just, again, this isn't Bangladesh. This is not mainland China. You can make a phone call. You can seek out assistance. You can ask for help. Oh my goodness. Like you can ask for some help. I don't know if they still have Yellow Pages or not. I think they got like Yelp. But I think Google could find you a tax attorney. Like it's not hard. It's not hard to surround yourself with a team. It's not. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It's not hard. Get prepared. Be prepared. You know, it really isn't. And you know, the answer is not just taxes deferred. There are other answers. Like that's just other answers. You know, look into a charitable remainder trust. I mean, look into that. We'll see what that's about. Look into the LLCs. See what that is all about. Get familiar with New Jersey's and Delaware's, possibly even Wyoming's LLCs. Get educated. Don't, you know, bite the hand that feeds you. This is a blessing. Flare Networks and what they're doing is a blessing. Indeed, Devon Steve, indeed. This is what I'm thinking, my dude. This is what I'm thinking. The USA, the laughing stock of the crypto world, yet again. Yet again. That's it right there. Right? Yeah, you're right. You got it right there, the Design 85s. Spark, XRPs and Spark wouldn't be in our lives. Flare wouldn't be in our life if we didn't know what to do with it. Just stay calm, relax, and stay prepared. Level up. Level up. Right? Just get your team around you to protect your assets. That would include crypto. Look into how you get your crypto in an LLC. Do you know? Do you know how to get your crypto in your Roth? Do you know how to protect your assets? Do you know how to set up levels of protection for your assets? Like, do you know? Have you heard? You know, you can seek advice outside your sponsors. Like that's okay. It's okay to seek advice outside your sponsors. Interesting stuff. One girl, is that Andrea? Hi from Canada. Canada, CA or Canada? Haven't been here in a while. Good to appreciate you checking in. Late night stream. Had to have a talk about this. Eric Walker, can't wait. I'll just get along. You know, so I thought it was on flare.xyz, but there is this latest thing that came out. And it's about, you know, kind of this concern. And I believe it to be a community concern about the taxes. And I just think ultimately that's your own personal responsibility. It's not to get the community involved, get Flare Networks involved in your personal concern. Make a phone call. And I tell you what I'll do. I'll let you make a second phone call to get a second opinion. You should be doing that anyway, before even the mention of the Flare Network, right? Because you hold assets. This is a new asset class, and you hold assets. Surely you're preparing for it. You think just because it says airdrop that somehow you can't prepare for it because it's an airdrop that you believe in and you wholeheartedly believe in your heart of heart that you didn't ask for it, but you did. You don't believe you did, but you did. You're not prepared for that? Just prepare for it. It's still not too late to make a phone call and get yourself a tax attorney. Like, it's still not too late, honestly. Get yourself hooked up with a law firm with a couple of tax attorneys and some accountants. Doesn't cost much. It's worth it. You could save Hugo Filion some nights. He needs to get some sleep. Him and his team need to get sleep. They don't need to be up late night, worried about your concern. Donations help, definitely. Trust me. Absolutely, damn right. That's a whole nother level of a whole nother thing. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Design 85. Yep, nobody complained or got scared paying taxes in the past, even investing in the stock market. What people never thought of taxes before in their life. What people never, like, I don't understand. We're talking about taxes.
We're talking about practice.
Oh, man. It's not hard. It really isn't, guys. It's really not. I think they maybe need to tune in to Generational Wealth Wednesdays with the Crypto Siege. It's not hard. It just isn't hard to get prepared. Your tax attorney doesn't need to know about crypto to protect your assets. They don't need to know about crypto to protect your assets. Find someone who knows a little bit about self-directed IRAs. They're all over. They're all over. I mean, not only do we have Google, but we got YouTube to get all these things answered. What's going on, Marquise Landon? Yeah, there's a big time difference, Hager. There's a big time difference between a tax attorney and an accountant. Two separately, totally, completely. They can come together on your team, but they walk in different lanes. They walk in different lanes because sometimes an accountant has tax attorney stuff as well. Sometimes tax attorneys has accountant's background as well. I would keep them separate. I would have an accountant and a tax attorney. There it is right there, Morris Prince. You can even call your bank and ask if they have personal banking services. Mine does. That's where they call you and talk about a team of pros that can put together for your specific situations and goals for free. For free. And again, this isn't Bangladesh. This is the United States. You could make a phone call and ask for some help. Marquise Landon, crypto IRAs, self-directed, right? Pretty cool. It's an option. It's an option. Okay, there's an option. You can protect your assets. You can protect your assets. Just make a phone call. And it's okay if it's outside your sponsors. What's going on, Alex D Vlogs? What's good with you, bro? It's been a while. It's good to see you, man. So that's, that's kind of, come on, guys. You can get yourself a team for $30 a month, a team of attorneys for $30 a month. Ask all kind of questions. Get all kind of questions asked, answered. And then when you're ready to up the ante a little bit, get more of a personal, it's a few $100, a few hundred. We're talking about it. Do you realize what you hold when you hold XRP, when you hold Bitcoin, when you hold Ethereum? Do you understand what you got going on there? Or do you think it's just something, something that kind of goes up and it goes down? It's got volatility. Is that what you think you have? Or do you not understand what you really have? You got to protect it. I see more. I see more people talking about Ledger Nanos and then they talk about a wealth protection team. Like, got links in the description of the videos about Ledger Nanos. Think about that. Mickey B. Fresh said it today. I think he really summed it up. He said, be careful who you listen to on Twitter, but more important than that, be especially careful who you listen to on YouTube. Be careful. Like, be careful. My advice to you is to seek guidance and counsel outside of the crypto space. Bye, babe. And they don't, ledgers are great, but they don't increase your wealth. Exactly. There it is right there, Devon Steve. So, there's some in-house fighting going on right now. I think, sometimes you got to sit back, right? And if you see that you are constantly in the midst of some kind of drama, like you or your name is constantly in the midst of some kind of drama, maybe it's not them. Maybe it's, I know it's hard. But maybe it's you. All right, guys, listen, I am going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather that we remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.